Welcome and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Anastassja.Mariah, and I am back with another video. Alright y'all, so we're gonna go ahead and hop right into the video. Boo boo. Y'all seen this already. This is my t-shirt dress from Shein, but I really like just to wear it around the house now. It's kind of short. I have long legs. I just really wanted to tap into a really cute fall look for today, but I really, you know, the focus is gonna be like the flawless foundation routine, my flawless foundation routine for 2022 fall edition. Okay, so I went ahead and I wanted to do like a vampy eye along with the vampy lips, so I did do one eye off camera. I'm gonna bring you guys in closer since we're gonna be focused on the eyes first. Of course, I have the fan in the background, but this eye doesn't take long at all. It's super simple, and I think it's super cute to do during the fall. So I started off with my Louise base in Rumour number 6, which is not the darkest shade I have. It's the second to second to dark. Girl, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Second to darkest shade. And I had to end up throwing out my Urban Decay, my Anastassja. I had them for so long. But how are you guys doing this week? Sorry that I only had one video last week, but I've got a lot going on now. Well, it's starting to amp up what I have going on. You guys will be seeing more content. I'm vlogging again, even though I think what I do in a regular day-to-day is boring. I said, why not be the content? You know, that's what I'm trying to do, is be the content. So for my palette of choice today, I went into the Melt Cosmetics Impulsive palette. I think I've only done like one video focused on this palette, but this is my only Melt Cosmetics palette, and I just loved the color story. Love the color story. I think it's really, really pretty. Of course, there's other palettes with similar color stories, so you don't have to have this one. I'm not sure if they sell it anymore. I basically used 4 shades. So I started off with the color, I started off with the color Bold. Okay, then I went to Dream Big to create a transition. I added Boss Lady on the lid, and then we went into 2012 to kind of blow out by the edges. I go in with Bold first, but I just stamped that because it's still moist. Nova's in here too, in case you guys hear her drinking out of her bowl. She threw up earlier, so I just wanted to keep her near me. I wanted to keep an eye on her. Babe's kind of not feeling well herself, and I didn't want her to have to keep getting up just in case she did throw up and stuff. Let me see. I think that's better. We're gonna turn it up, so if you notice the difference, that's why. Now we're going into the next transition shade, which is Dream Big. Nova is a French bulldog, so when they sniff around, it sounds like a little pig. But sometimes when she's about to vomit, it can also kind of sound like she's a little pig. My baby girl's in her first heat. I'm going on the lid with the Boss Lady, which is the vamp color. And I just take that all the way up the lid. Y'all, I have been watching the show Blacklist. I used to watch it in the past, but I think only made it to like season 3 or 4. But I didn't realize that they had 9 seasons. You guys let me know in the comments down below if you guys watch Blacklist, because Blacklist is like a turned up version of Law and Order to me, and I'm a big fan of Law and Order. Plus their seasons have like 22 episodes apiece. I know that there's a lot of episodes in each season, and for them to have 9 seasons, come on, it's giving binge worthy. Check it out. If you have checked it out, let me know what you think in the description, the comment box below. Like, do you like the show, or does it not do it for you? Now I take the same fluffy brush and I go in with the 2012, which was the brightest color that I said, but you'll see that I'll still go back in. I'm just kind of setting the base. I take a different brush and kind of add it to the brow bone, but I'm just buffing out everything right now with that same color. 2012 is the color. I don't know if that's probably when the Melt Cosmetics became a brand, like when they made that decision to be Melt Cosmetics. think Boss Lady is a great name, being that it's like on my lid, because I am trying to be a boss lady. I am a boss lady. I really like this palette. I love the quality of the shades. I don't really touch the shimmers too much. I thought about it in today's look, but I was like, no. My plan today was to be vampy, so I have another day. I'm going with the original shade called Bold that I started with. Just making sure that everything is blended. But yeah, I'm gonna be working soon, going back to corporate America. I know I talked on my shit. Corporate America I still hate, and corporate America still hates me, right? But we can help each other. You know, I want to get some more money to be able to put more into my content, because I want more. I want more for my brand. I want more for myself. Going in with 2012, and I just tap with this little small shader brush on the outer brow bone. Then I dust off the brush that I've been using for all the transition shades. I don't go in with any extra product, and I just basically blend everything in. At the end of the day, it is my business, you know, and I don't expect somebody to continuously be investing in my business and they're not involved really in my business. This eye needs a little more of Boss Lady, which is the plum shade. I'm just gonna take it up. But yeah, y'all, sorry it's been so long since I was filming, because I just wasn't in the mood. I was like, I just couldn't bring myself. It's even been hard to vlog these last couple days. I just wasn't feeling it, basically. Just reinforcing that shade, making sure that it's packed on. One thing I'll say about a Frenchie, anytime Nova farts, it just completely, I lose my train of thought. I literally lose my train of thought when she farts. So I think that's the right move, is to go back to work, even though I hate it. I know that I have a different mindset. It's been 6 months. Can y'all believe it? It's been 6 months since my last job fired my black ass. I was just as ready to go as they were just as ready to get rid of my black ass. Then I went into this LA Girl Jetsetter liquid liner. I don't use it much, so I just tight line or line it. I don't put any wing. So I went ahead and I moisturized my skin using the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. I actually got this as a birthday gift. So I have 3 items for priming today. I want my skin to be moist. I have dry combo skin, typically get oily in my T-zone. But when it's getting cooler, even though I live in Florida, it is still getting cooler, but it's, you know, still hot. But when it's getting cooler, I want to keep as much moisture in my skin as possible. We're going to be first spraying the skin with the NYX Bare With Me Prime, Set, and Refresh 8-hour hydration multitasking spray. So you can prime, set, and refresh with this. Y'all, I have this new hair. I don't know how I feel about it. Next, for the outside portion of my face, but I'm going to put this all over my face and then go in with the primer that I'm going to use in the T-zone area on top of that. So the next primer that I have is the Mercier Pure Canvas. I have the hydrating one right here. I didn't put anything on my lips, so I've really been digging the LA Girl Lip Tinted Plumper, but I do notice that it really does plump my lips. It's definitely better than this Clinique Moisture Surge Lip Hydro Plump. Don't notice any plumping effect with that. And I feel the tingle, you know? Alright, for my T-zone area, I'm going to be using the E.L.F. Matte Putty Primer. I really like this one. It's creamy. I haven't had any issues with it. But this has always been really creamy. I like this one and the original Poreless Putty Primer. I won't lie to you though, like first using both of these, it took me a minute to notice anything. I feel like you notice a lot more once you let it sit for a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna also do so that my makeup comes out flawless. So I have 2 foundations that I think are going to work really, really good together. To be honest, I've never tried these together, but I do want to mix these 2 together to see the coverage and the look that I get. So I'm super excited. First foundation that I'm mixing is the Covergirl Outlast Extreme Wear 3-in-1 Foundation. You guys would have seen this in my top 5 affordable foundations video. And then I'm going to be mixing that with the Loreal Age Perfect Radiance Serum Foundation. This has sunscreen SPF 50 in it. So I think that these 2 together, this one's super matte, this one kind of gives you a nice dewy luminous look mixed together. yeah, I think these are gonna be the move. So I have one of these that I ordered from Amazon. You just put it over your hand like this. So I'm just gonna do like a pump and a half of the Covergirl, and then we're gonna do about maybe a squirt of the Loreal. This is a really good one though. Like, using it alone is great. I just want some standing power. It looks a little red right now, especially with the fact that I have this primer on, that Poreless Putty.
Chanel, Chanel, I need Chanel, I want Chanel, I need Chanel.
I'm gonna do a video where I practice or try out underpainting, because I really want to get into like using less product. Y'all know I like a full coverage look though, so I like to finish a lot. The coverage is real good. But we're still on the road to 1K, you guys. I've been doing a lot of shorts, telling you guys what you guys, I don't want to say a lot of shorts, but I've been trying to upload shorts now too. All right, so for concealers today, I have 3 products. I have a dark and a light, and then I have something to add moisture to my under eyes, because during the winter time I already have dry combo skin, but I already suffer from like dry under eye area. So I know I got this Hollywood Flawless filter sample. It wasn't a sample, but it's like the mini version, thinking that in the beginning that this was going to be my color. This is 6.5 deep. It's very light, so I don't even know why it's called deep. But I just add this to my under eyes first to add some moisture and make the other products that are going to be going on it go on smoothly once this is blended out. It adds a nice glow, but for me, I don't do it for the look. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter in my correct shade, and on the skin, like all over the skin, it looks like this. It's so beautiful. All right, so for the darker shade of concealer, actually I'm using the Merit Beauty Perfecting Complexion stick, but I have this in the shade Sepia. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Merit Beauty sent me items for free and I never got to do in the video, so I'm sure they're never gonna work with me again, but I am gonna use it in today's video. So Merit Beauty, thank you again so much for gifting me these items. I have 2 foundations, I have a blush, and I have a lip oil. So these are dope, but I've never used this on camera with you guys. So I'm using Sepia first as the darker shade. You can kind of bring that one a little further down. It's very close to my skin tone. They say this is a neutral, but it's a little too light to be an all over foundation for me, even in the winter or the fall months or the cool months. So this is not a winter shade, not in my opinion. And maybe I'm just saying that right now. Now, when I got it and I opened it, this foundation part fell right on out. I don't care for the packaging at all, even with the rebranding that they did, because they made like more product in the tube. Do you guys care what someone is using, like the brush or stuff? Do my viewers care? Do you guys care what I use? Or if you don't care, then I won't mention it. I care, but I don't expect everyone else to care, so just let me know if you guys don't care. Now, I know this looks like not much of anything, but it really does make a big difference. If I were to just have gone in with the brightening concealer first, I just feel like it would have looked too like washed out. For the brightening concealer today, we're actually going into the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I have mine in the shade Medium Dark 2, or the shade color name is Caramel. It is a very light colored shade in my opinion. I'm not gonna go too high into the inner corner because I find myself struggling. I'm just gonna take the bottom where I added the foundation and just go over the edges really quickly. We're gonna go into bronzer or contour depending on what you're going for. When it comes to like fall, it's very essential for me to still use a bronzer. So if I'm going like on a night out, I'll use a contour too, but I'm going to be using the LYS, what do you call this? The LYS No Limit bronzer stick. I think it's just bronzer contour stick, but I have mine in the shade Strength, so we're going to use that today. The color is gorgeous. I'm happy I chose this shade. I know I've watched Too Much Mouth, which she's my shade twin, but she has the shade darker, and I'm glad I didn't get it because it's just a little too deep. I have enough contour shades, okay? I'm gonna use my Real Perfection Amazon brush.
My
My order of how I apply my makeup changes so much. I was gonna do a video like how you should be applying your makeup in order. But honestly, there's so many different ways that there is not a default way. I mean, there's different ways to make certain steps easier. I'm setting the under eyes within the highlighted areas with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder. I have mine in the shade 330 Toffee. I'm just going in with my Morphe M554. This is their setting powder brush. This just smooths your makeup out so good. I love the color too, in case you happen to use a concealer that is just a tad too bright. This will tone it down too. It'd be so interesting to watch videos and I see people use like a powder shade that I use for brightening. They use it for their face. Like, damn girl, if you're not light skinned, I don't know what to call it. Now I know that this is technically not a highlighted area, but you guys did see me put concealer there. I'm still gonna go over that area with my all over face powder. But you see our skin doesn't look too like dried out or anything already as we're applying powders. Love this powder. Now for the rest of my face, I actually pulled out my BECCA Light Shifter Finishing Veil, and I have mine in Atmospheric number 5. I had a love-hate relationship with this powder, because this is one of those powders that you have to use a very dense brush to be able to pick up the product. I often like to use like a flat top type of foundation brush with this. But I remember when I first got it, I was scraping the top, as you, well, you can't really see it now, but I was scraping it. It was like creating that look of like it was putting like this film or something over it. But it's a very light powder that you can, you know, use all over your skin. It gives a nice luminosity while still setting, but I love the finish. It doesn't ever make me feel like I look too cakey when I'm done. You have to use the right brush with this, because this was not a cheap powder, but I believe BECCA's no longer BECCA anymore. I don't know if she was brought out or BECCA is just discontinued. Or if BECCA is still here, then let me know. A little bit of my Sephora translucent setting powder, and I just want to take a little bit and go right under my eyes. Y'all, for bronzer today, I've not used this bronzer in a minute, but it's the Morphe Glamabronze. I have 3 of them, but I chose the shade Supreme. Ooh, look at that. Look how pigmented that is. My puff right here, and we're gonna go into my Airspun. I love using the Airspun for that, like for these purposes, that purpose. I have 2 blushes out here, so I have the Radiance I don't know if it's Artisan or Artisan, but it's the Black Radiance Artisan Color Baked Blush, and this one is in the shade Brick House. Brick House is this pretty plummy shade, and it has, to me, has like a very light sheen to it. I know you guys can probably see a sheen. Then I have the NYX Sweet Cheeks blush, and this is in the shade Fig. Okay. I have my Sonia Kashuk blush brush. I always use this blush brush, and I'm gonna use the darker one, which is Brick House by Black Radiance, and then I'm gonna top it with the Sweet Cheeks Fig. And then we're going into the Sweet Cheeks by NYX in the shade Fig. Now I can go in and dust off these layers. Okay, so brows. We have the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I have mine in the shade Black. And I have the NYX Thickening Brow Mascara. My brows just turn out so much better when I do them last like this. So I have the Thickening Mascara from NYX. I don't always use this, like barely at all, so since I was using the black pencil and I have this in black, I'm like, go ahead girl. Now I'm gonna go back into my Melt Cosmetics Impulsive palette. I'm just gonna add a little something to the under eye. So I have my Revlon Sophie's vinyl liner, and mine is in the shade Mighty Mocha. Set our face so that we can do the mascara. So for setting spray today, I'm using the Anastassja Beverly Hills Dewy Set setting spray. Still have not finished this. Smells so good. Has the smell of like coconuts. I can bring you guys back out a little bit now until we do our lips or whatnot. But we're gonna highlight our skin. For highlighter, we're using the Haus Labs by Lady Gaga Bio Radiant Gel Powder Highlight and Bronzite. I did a little reel or TikTok on this. I love the shade. It's so pretty. It does remind me of my Jaclyn Cosmetics loose highlighter, but not exactly the same shade. I'm actually gonna put a pop of that in my inner corner. Now for mascara, I have the Essence Double Trouble Waterproof Mascara. This is just black. It has two. You may not be in the mood to learn what you think. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some lashes. To be honest, I did lay out some lashes, and I have this cute little eyelash case that my friend who gave me my crystals, not my lava rocks, but my crystals. She made my necklaces. She made this crystal infused eyelash case, and I think it's so adorable. I have not used the lashes that are in here, so I think I'm gonna use a pair. They're just super long, but it's okay because I did a vampy look. But I put on this cute little crop top here from Fashion Nova, and it has like the split, I call them bell sleeves, I think that's what they're called. And we're gonna go ahead and do the lips for you guys. Sorry if it was a little bright, but I brought you guys up so you can look down on me, you feel? Well, don't look down on me, whatever. My lips are moisturized, and I have 2 lip items I'm gonna use today. All right, so I have the NYX Professional Matte Suede Matte Lip Liner, and this is in the shade Club Hopper. And then I have the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick, and this is also in the shade Club Hopper. I actually didn't realize that I had a liner and a lipstick that are the same, so I'm gonna see if they're actually the same. But I like the vampy color that it's trying to give. More like a confusion can't get wasted out. Club Hopper is more on the plummy side. I don't know why I thought this was a brown when I would watch people use it, but it could be their undertone. And then we're gonna see what Club Hopper, the liquid, if it matches. I have a feeling they are. Super cute. I like this. Oh yeah, this is cute, you guys. Very cute. I'm loving this. So yeah, this base though is flawless. Let me zoom you guys in so you guys can get a look of the base, because the base is giving what it needs to give. I'm gonna bring you guys in so you can get into the base. Those foundations mixed together, I'm telling you. So if you guys want to do something that's a really good combo for the fall, I would definitely do like a luminous with a super matte foundation, mix them together. So this is the finished look, you guys. We still have the vampy eye, the vampy under eye, cute little lashes that aren't too thick, but the shadow is giving like vamp with the lip, you know. I think this would be really cute too, of course, with like a middle part or like a really strong ponytail with a bang, like a Chinese bang. I just think bangs are really cute for the fall. I think these type of looks are best for the fall season because it's cooler and you can have hair on your face without you feeling like you're gonna melt. Even though in this studio right now, I feel like I'm gonna melt. If you enjoyed this video, definitely leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite part was. If you used any of the products that I used, let me know down below. Give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers in the fam. I'm really happy about that. I thank you guys for sticking in with me. Subscribe if you have not already. I'd love for you to join the family. It just means a lot to me, to be honest, to just be able to be on like a schedule. It really means a lot to me because I have struggled with that through these 4 years of doing YouTube. I was just watching this other girl who hit 200,000 subscribers and she's like, I've been doing this for 4 years, and I'm like, Me too, but I haven't been consistent. But there were periods of consistency, but I completely like niched down on one specific topic. So, you know, that's her journey, that's her story. I'm still here. I still enjoy what I'm doing. It's fun. So I really like this look. So I'm gonna give you guys some face shots, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye.